Issue 4.
Hello again.
Yeah, if you're Asian or if you're Chinese, 4 is not a great number. No. But I think it's gonna be a good issue. Tell me about the cover, Chris.
Yes, here we have No Quarter magazine issue 4 with Silena Rayful and his hunters. One of the first, you could say, quality mercenary units that came out in the game.
Pretty cool. Flipping in, firing the hole, credits. As usual, we're gonna go past these.
Yep. On to the juicy bits.
Yeah, past the table of contents. To
Bosun's Call.
And again, very quickly, if you've got any comments about the last video or this video, put it in the comment section. Just like they did in this part of the magazine.
And once again, we have Jack About Town.
It's in Pittsburgh. This time it's in Pittsburgh.
I know of Pittsburgh, but unfortunately my geography, no.
Okay, now we have January releases. Actually, very quickly, we are finally
in 2006.
Okay, so No Quarter 4 is January 2006. This is January's releases. Now, if you notice, this was also December's releases in the last magazine.
Well, they were still a small company then and growing.
Yeah. But you know, at that time, you know, it was fine. Just as long as they showed some nice figures. And again,
yep.
If you remember, these are the same figures, and
yep.
we still feel the same way.
The Epic Warcasters.
Yeah.
Oh, but look, it says here something shiny and
That's
new.
right. New releases February. We've got the Castigator, the Driller,
the good old workhorse Driller,
Harrower. So the Exemplar
and 2 new infantry units.
Yeah, I didn't like the design for the Storm Guard though.
They're voltaic, they're fancy. Let's ignore it.
But yeah, because side by side, you look at the exemplars and they look really great, and these guys look like they got like little cans,
the exemplar ends were always very snazzy looking models. I think they're still using the same sculptors today. They look really good.
Moving along, we've got war-torn Mercs.
Ah yes.
So it's a follow-on from the last magazine. Last magazine, they showed you how to get it to
factory clean.
That's right. And here's how they break it down and give it
weathering.
That's
and
right.
Very nice.
Now, if you're new to the hobby, weathering is when you make the model look less new. Yeah, that's right. So here's where all the tricks of like adding grime, adding oil, scrapes, paint, peels. Yeah. These are definitely advanced techniques, but you know, if you're into painting, you will definitely get here at some point.
Definitely.
Moving along, we've got Full Metal Magnus.
Ah yes, another army build article. This time about Magnus and his wonderful mechanical friends.
Here we got the Renegade, the Talon, Mangler, Mule. Oh, chunky.
This was a very nice list because you could build it up from the starter box with just about 3 models extra.
Which were the models? Reinhold,
a second Renegade, and a Mule.
Excellent. Moving along, Manite Madness.
Another brain tickler.
Another challenge. Actually, you know what? If you actually have this magazine, you probably turn this around after like 20 minutes to see what the answer was.
Yeah, I didn't have the patience to do because I'll be honest.
Okay, so here we got Press Ganger. So we spoke to our previous Press Ganger and trying to get him to do a video with us. So if not now, maybe somewhere next year, where we can finally, we can finally get some time from him. Now we've got Hammersmith.
More previews from Superiority.
Exemplars Errant. Did you ever proxy any of these figures and use the stat line just to try the figures out, or do you just wait for
I played against the actual thing.
No, I mean when the magazine came out,
Oh no, I generally never proxied because anything I bought, I didn't really care about the rules. I just went, oh, that looks cool, and I added that to my army.
Nice.
Like the Spriggan, for example.
Yes, the Spriggan. I like the Spriggan.
A big heavy jack with a pointy stick. What's not to love?
Yep. Then you got the Bane Knights.
Undead with pointy sticks. I'm seeing a pattern here.
Sure you are. And here we've got
Silena Rayful and her Nis Hunters.
Alright. She's got a 2-page spread. Moving along, we've got Penfrey Encounters and Death in the Marshes, Part 2.
Yes. And this time we cover what they call the Scorn Titans.
The sketches are really, really good. It really is very evocative.
A lot of this was based on the concept art.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I like the.
Oh, look at that smile.
I like the Scorn. For a while, Scorn had the most unique looking monsters. In gaming, in gaming.
I would say they still do.
Well, at that time, there was this other game that had like other animals, but this was nice, chunky, unique.
They were distinct.
Yeah, I always seem to think it was an elephant, but it's not an elephant.
No trunk.
No trunk. It's a trunkless elephant. Nice design, very very good design. So kudos to the designer. Moving along, we got Foundry, Forge, and Crucible.
Ah yes, more Iron Kingdoms toys, and this time, this was spy work.
Right, spies. We've got
the hollowed out tooth. One of my favorites.
We got the Farsight goggles.
The electronic lockpicker.
All right. Moving along, we got modeling and painting.
How to tackle the gladiator.
Yeah, looking at this, you see how chunky the metal figures were.
The old metal kits were complex.
Yeah, it always felt substantial when you picked up a metal figure, especially if it's like a chunky figure like a gladiator.
I was terrified I was going to drop them.
Yeah, but somehow if you drop the figure, you won't feel as bad because in your heart you think it's going to survive the fall. Anyways, yeah. So you've got basing, stuff like that, painting. Moving along, we got smoke on the water. Nice.
Oh, I believe this was an adventure module. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Right. Actually, it's kind of nice. A couple of issues ago, they had I think it was last issue. They had all along the watchtower, and now they got smoke on the water. There must be a classic rock fan
in amongst the crew.
Yeah, perhaps. All right, so we've got. Tell me what this is. Smoke on the water.
Okay, I believe this was an adventure module about the players in Iron Kingdoms hitching a ride on a riverboat. So they give you little hooks on how to add it to an existing campaign, or how to just use it as an adventure in itself.
Yeah, these are the kind of articles you used to get in Dungeon and Dragon magazine.
Yes, that's right.
Right, which is great. It's nice that they took it and sort of made it their own. Yeah, it helps with the RPG product as well. So moving along, it's quite a big module. Okay, encounter levels.
Well,
and everything.
it's quite a long river ride, all the way to Five Fingers.
There you go. All right, moving on, we've got Guts and Gears. And this time we're looking at the Revenant crew
of the Atramentus.
Tell me about this.
Ah, yes. Well, you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Yes.
So these guys were zombies soul-bound to their ship.
Right.
So as long as their ship was still in one piece, they would continue to return. And that's what the Atramentus is. It's the anchor of damned sailors.
Ah, nice. Here's the tooling. You've got the creating a Revenant piece.
Oh, yes.
Then you got the techno
The good old Kodiak.
I like the Kodiak. It was one of the first few that came with a different color scheme, right?
It was the first with the different color scheme.
That's right.
And the original model even had that lovely 5th Border Legion icon sculpted into it.
Yeah, why do you think they did it like that? Like, why did they choose this one?
Because that was the whole fluff behind Kodiak. The story was that it was actually created to celebrate the 5th Border Legion for their accomplishments.
Cool. Moving along, we got technical readout. We got fluff.
Paint schemes. Alternate paint schemes for the Revenant crew and the Kodiak.
I didn't like this brown thing. Looks like it's rusted. Yeah, maybe that's what I was going for, a rusted look.
I think he was trying to camouflage himself in mud.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, what's versus War Machine or Beast and Machine?
So this was the Signar starter against the Trollblood starter. So they wanted to show how the two systems match up against one another, to show that they're compatible and how they could pretty much stand on equal footing.
Nice. So this is like one of the first few battle reports that had mixed.
Yes. I think this was the first mixed battle report, actually.
Right, moving along. War Machine historical
battles. These were fun.
And this one is the First Onward War.
Yes.
It's a little like map.
Battle of the Tongue, I believe.
Actually, making historical battles sort of makes sense to a narrative that's ongoing. So you can actually go back, and when they talk about a particular battle, now you can actually look at what actually happened.
That is true.
That's pretty good. So it's taking
There are some very interesting force compositions. And they even have, if you look at the next page here, they even have unique artwork. This was Kharchev.
Whoa.
Back when he still had limbs.
Nice. Moving along. So, okay, we got
yes.
the Warjack Road.
The Warjack Road was a bit of historical and a bit of game rule talking about the Warjack Road as a battle location.
And you've got, they actually were nice enough to give you...
Yeah, they even gave you a little card to print out.
Historical Battle of the Tongue. Did you ever print out any of these?
When Kharchev walked the earth? No, I didn't. I never got around to it. At the time, the collection was still a bit small, so I didn't quite have the units to reenact this.
Is the back of the card?
Yep. And, oh yes, the other Warcaster involved, Cathmore, was it?
Yeah, Drake Cathmore. Alright. It feels like at this issue, the magazine is already beginning to grow up a little bit, Great. The turning point, the battle of this is the actual scenario. This is the scenario.
For the scenario itself.
Right. So moving along, we've got
Hand-rolled Huaga, Cigars of Imran. This was an article for the Iron Kingdoms RPG, and they gave you different brands and values, prices in gold pieces on the different brands of cigars, which was really good because cigars were there was supposed to be a thriving black market on cigars, and naturally in a lot of role-playing games, what do players try to do? They find unconventional ways to make money. Nice. And smuggling seems as good a way as any.
Nice. Moving along, we got fighting on the dock
terrain.
of the bay. So, more terrain. Or at least for this one, this is its terrain piece.
A lovely little dockside, as well as the what are these things called? Wooden piles?
This is really good. It's really nice. It's nice looking back, actually, to be honest, looking at how to make different bits. Again, if you're new to the hobby,
simple but effective.
Yeah. Moving along, we got a clean escape. This is
I think this was this was a special battle scenario. Basically, in the center of the table is a band of thieves, and two armies are trying to fight to gain control of the thieves' fort.
500 points, any faction. Moving on, catching the train.
Ah yes, this was another fun scenario. Not only were you fighting one another, you ran the risk of being run over by a train.
Yeah, I like that. When there's something else happening on the tabletop, when the table itself
table hazards, yeah,
its own little character, its own little reactiveness. I think that's good. That's a great scenario.
It was a
lot of guys who are tournament players might not really like this.
But for the casual and narrative player, this stuff was excellent.
Great, the train job. All right, so we got the monstrous miniature combat spring 2006.
Dun dun dun.
And these are pretty much the starter sets.
Yes, the starter sets and a preview of some of the cards that come with it.
Man,
and full pictures of the miniatures.
Was it that? Man, it's quite a while ago, isn't it?
You can see how classic that artwork is.
All right, the Witchfire Trilogy Collected Edition.
That's right.
And this is basically an ad. You got your open game license. Retailers list, as we now know, we are here.
Yep.
We don't have to point it out to you. If you want to see where we are, check our previous video. The poop deck. We got Striker Lives, and this is a
very impressive cosplay job.
Yeah, it's a cosplay job. It's very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plates. Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. And it's also nice because there's also the new action figure that just came out, so you can still compare it. And what's the last picture, Chris?
The trenches appear to be holding the line against the demolition corps as they engage in trench warfare.
If you had to call it, who would you say will take it?
At that range, yeah, the trenches are quite boned.
All right, and there you go. They're still calling out to hordes, and they still say it's coming soon.
With a nice big picture this time of a very angry Titan.
Yeah, January 2006. So hordes not out yet. January 2006.
Nope, not yet.
Great. All right, so that's issue number 4. Thanks for listening. If you've got any comments, do put in the comments. Chris, you got anything else?
Not much more to add. Stay tuned and
We'll see you in issue 5.
we'll see you in issue 5.
Excellent.